What he does. Kyrie's life is, man. ISO all day.
I think that's the difference.
Alright, y'all. It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show, your 24-hour-day back from the break. Remember, you all can follow and subscribe to the KBR Sports podcast by going on Rabble TV, Spreaker, YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Also, don't forget, you can call in at 571-991-0566 to give your thoughts and opinions on whatever KBR Sports topic we may be discussing. Also, follow the KBR Sports on Twitter at KBR_sports, where we tweet the live links and show topics prior to every single show. And don't forget to comment, like, and share the KBR Sports podcast so you can get more people hit to the KBR Sports podcast wave, man. We appreciate all you all support. So remember, don't forget to comment, like, and share, and subscribe. All right, y'all. So let's jump right back into it. Talk about LeBron and Kyrie. So after Kyrie's trade request has come down, it's kind of been a back and forth with people saying, oh, is it LeBron's fault? Oh, is it Kyrie's fault? But now we have our own opinion. So Nigel, who do you think more is to blame for Kyrie wanting to leave the Cavs? LeBron or Kyrie?
Neither player.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna fault the guy for wanting something. I've said it before. It's not a negative thing. I think to want his own team and to be the man, to show that he can be the man. I think well, not to say every player, but I think a lot of players who are at the level of Kyrie wants to show that they can do it. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna fault the guy for that. I'm not gonna fault LeBron because Kyrie wants something. That just doesn't make sense to me. You media people try to make it out to be like,
oh my gosh, this guy.
No, but seriously, people try to this is the fault, LeBron's fault because he's so selfish and he's a prima donna and stuff like that, or Kyrie's so selfish and an idiot and so that he doesn't understand what he's got and it's all that. It's two people want two different things. Simple as that.
So okay, let me ask you a quick question then. In the case of Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant,
yeah.
Is that neither person's fault?
It's neither person's fault. I guess I've said before. I don't blame Kevin Durant for leaving OKC. I just think it was a move to go to the team that he lost to, that he was up on. That's the only problem I ever had with it.
So you wouldn't blame any of the guys, either one in that situation?
No.
Kobe Shaq.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, no. Because, I mean, Kobe wants the same thing Kyrie Irving wants. I mean, should they have handled it better? Yeah. But, I mean, I'm not going to fault Kobe for wanting to be the man somewhere. I'm not going to fault Shaq for not backing down when he thinks he is the man. It's nobody's fault. It's just the way you want two different things.
That's an interesting thing, because, I mean, I don't know. I think, because you don't think a guy could kind of make a playing environment, an environment unsuitable for one guy, so a guy would be more enticed to leave rather than to stay?
He can. But, I mean...
Wouldn't that kind of contribute to a guy having fault? Like, a reason why a lot of people say Russell Westbrook contributed to Kevin Durant leaving, because they say Russell Westbrook was too selfish, blah, blah. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But they pretty much that Russell Westbrook didn't get Kevin Durant the ball enough.
Sure.
So, do you think that contributes to Kevin Durant leaving, so that they're in fault, will lay more blame on Russell Westbrook because of the fact that Kevin Durant didn't want to stay?
No, because the consistent question is, then that becomes a question of, do we know their inner working of the relationship? Did Kevin Durant go to Russell Westbrook? Did Kevin Durant just sit back and say, oh, it's fine, Russ is cool, don't worry about it, man, I'm happy how we're playing right now, and stuff like that?
Okay, finish.
So, I mean, like, unless you know the inner workings of the relationship, then, I mean, it's tough to put blame on somebody.
Okay, but here's the thing. Don't you think we kind of have a little bit of that with LeBron and Kyrie? Because we have reports in the past where LeBron has said Kyrie needs to change his play style. The Russ and Kevin Durant thing was different because Kevin Durant always said, I love how Russ plays. He's fine the way he is. LeBron has adamantly said Kyrie's need to be a better playmaker. And Kyrie has said that he wants to be a bigger role. Like, he even said in the finals that I'm kind of in a weird place because I don't know how to I'm just on the ride of LeBron James. I can't really assert myself in a certain way because I'm just on LeBron James' ride. Like, I'm not, and I know the luck I have to be in this position, but I also know that I can't really assert myself in a certain way because it's his team. So I think we've kind of had them to say it and to our faces, rather with Kevin Durant and Russ, it was always kind of under the microscope sort of thing. And the same thing with Kobe and Shaq. We had an open. It was more open because just knew the two didn't like each other, and we knew why. Kobe was saying that Shaq was lazy, this and that. Shaq said, "You shoot the damn ball too much. I'm the best guy. And nobody can stop me." So it was always that. Kyrie and LeBron, we can kind of see what it is. It's not like it's unknown. They've kind of said it out loud to us in multiple circumstances.
It depends on if you think constructive criticism is not allowed, I guess. Saying Kyrie needs to be a better playmaker, it's not like, is that a lie?
No.
Does he need to be out in public? No, it doesn't. But at the same time, it's not like he's going on here like ripping on Kyrie for something like that's not true. It's not like he was harsh about it. It's a constructive criticism comment. Just like how Kyrie's saying that, I'm kind of on just LeBron James' ride. I don't really know how to serve myself. That's not like slamming the guy. It's just constructive criticism of, maybe LeBron needs to take more of a step back, I guess.
Well, here's the thing. I think I agree with you. It's constructive criticism, but what point does it become something when they leave and allude to what that constructive criticism was? If that makes sense. Like, it's like, I get it if you're saying that it was constructive criticism and then they left for something entirely different. But if you're saying that the guy's leaving for something similar to what that constructive criticism was, Kyrie's literally leaving and they're citing it as he wants to have a bigger role on the team, or that he wants a team that's more suited for him. Kyrie didn't really have a say in personnel decisions. It was all built around LeBron James. So Kyrie wants to be on a team where his voice is gonna be more heard. He's gonna have a bigger role in the organization.
See, but then again, that goes to the point. Let's go back to the first point real quick. This is the point of it kind of being vilified. Mm-hmm. He's again the Spurs. Is he really gonna have a say on roster construction?
I have no idea.
You don't think he will?
Mm-hmm.
You think he's gonna have a word on the Wolves construction? That's already built. They're already built.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But that's the thing. Maybe do you think maybe it's like he's going to a team that he likes how they're already built. He sees how he can fit to their build already. Whereas this team was literally built for LeBron James.
The Spurs aren't fast though. The Spurs are just as old as the what's it called?
The Cavs.
Yeah, they're just as old. Outside of Patty and Kawhi, Kyle Anderson, who doesn't even play much, and Murray, who he would bump all the way to the end of the bench. Who else is young on that team? LaMarcus, Pau Gasol, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I
think the fact that he's getting, I think a lot of guys want to go to the Spurs because they get to get coached by Greg Popovich. I think he knows. I think it's unfair. It's kind of unfair to take what Kyrie reported and spread it to each team as the same. Like, I think there's certain points. Obviously, he wants to be a focal point of some teams. At certain points where I don't think he wants to be on a LeBron James team.
I think that's the bigger point.
Yeah, the Greg Popovich team, and LeBron James even said he would give a left arm and a leg to play under Greg Popovich.
Oh, everybody would.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the main focal point why the Spurs are on the list. The same thing in the Heat situation. You would go to a team that's under the specter of Pat Riley.
I think that's more so he wants to be the focal point.
Under the Heat.
Yeah.
He would get best of both worlds. He'd be under the specter of Pat Riley, and he would have his own. It would be him and Hassan Whiteside's team. Mm-hmm. So he'd play alongside Deion Waiters again, but unless Deion Waiters is a part of the trade package, he'd be a sideshow to Deion Waiters, I guess. Come on now.
I'm just saying, one guy almost led his team in the playoffs.
So,
just saying.
So that's the weird part of it. It's like,
and again, the problem with that is, to get Kyrie, you have to shed the team essentially.
You do.
So it's like at the end of the day, he'd be going to if he goes to the Wolves. They're gonna have to get rid of Wiggins.
It depends on what team, what you're giving away.
They have to get rid of Wiggins.
You would have to get rid of Andrew Wiggins, unless you waited until the trade deadline. Because if you wait to the trade deadline, then you can trade Jeff T.
Why would they?
But the Cavs wouldn't want.
Yeah, they would want Wiggins.
Yeah, they would want Andrew Wiggins. But that's why the Timberwolves can wait that out. But the Timberwolves haven't been active in the trade talks, though. Is this Kyrie? They're part of the list.
Yeah. So no team has been active. The reason why I kept using Eric Bledsoe was because it was mainly Carmelo hasn't said he's gonna waive his trade thing. He
wants to go to the Rockets. He said he's willing to waive it for the Cavs, but he wants.
That was an old report.
Yeah, but the Cavs, the Rockets, because now he's pushing for the Rockets. He wants to go to the Rockets.
And OKC.
You said, oh yeah, the OKC. We'll talk about
that later.
Yeah.
But so it's like that's why I kept going to Eric Bledsoe because. The Knicks, Carmelo hasn't said he's waived his trade clause, and he said he wants to go to the Rockets, even with Kyrie wanting to come to the Knicks. That's
random thing. The Celtics are all going to be coming to this too, out of nowhere. because now they're saying Isaiah Thomas could get traded because it would make sense because him and Kyrie's contract.
I mean, technically, if
but they wouldn't trade him in a conference like a team that close. I don't think they.
No. There's no way they wouldn't trade him to the number 2 team.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's any way they're gonna do that
unless LeBron wanted to be in the Eastern Conference Final and just like Jason Terry or something like that.
Yeah.
But what was I saying?
You were talking about Eric Bledsoe.
So the main deal is right now is going down. It's been talked about has been Eric Bledsoe, Josh Jackson for Kyrie, and that's really the only trade that's come out really for that I've seen at least. What were we talking about before that?
We were talking about the fact of like how the constructive criticism can build into.
Oh yeah.
And like because that's a lot of teammates of LeBron James have come out and said LeBron is sort of a diva. Like they don't criticize him as they say he's a great person, but they do say like a lot of stuff came down to saying that LeBron his friends get certain VIP treatment, sort of kind of thing, while Kyrie's friends don't get the same treatment. So if Kyrie said he's on LeBron's right, he doesn't really know how to assert himself. He's literally sitting there as like a second man sort of situation where one guy gets pampered up, deservedly so, and he's kind of sitting there like chopped liver, and at least that's how he feels. So if that's something that he said earlier in the season, you can maybe you can kind of lean that to LeBron James' blame, especially if other teammates have said it.
Then that to me, that's more on Dan Gilbert than anything. Then
yes, that does play a role.
That's why I say you can't. I mean, you're gonna blame LeBron because Dan Gilbert pampers him. I mean, that's kind of backwards.
But I mean, because then he got criticized in Miami for it. LeBron got. Remember that report that I don't remember if it was Dan Le Batard or somebody else that wrote it, but it was a report on LeBron James' time between him and Pat Riley, and it was a criticism of how LeBron was always kind of like trying to take the VIP jets, take first class jets, all this stuff. His friends were always on the rise and everything like that. And at some point, Pat Riley wasn't going for it. Like I guess LeBron was asking too much of Pat, and Pat Riley wasn't going. Pat Riley essentially was like, "I'm not late. This isn't your franchise. This is my franchise." LeBron was like, hold on there, partner. Who got us 2 rings in the last 4 years?" And then they kind of had a contentious relationship at that point. But you're going to interject with something?
I was going to say, if it gets to the point where the owner comes down and says that's enough, and then LeBron keeps doing it, then you start putting the blame on LeBron. If nothing has come out and saying that as of right now, at least in Cleveland, nothing's come out and said Dan Gilbert is trying to rein in LeBron or anything like that at the moment, at least. So up until the point that report comes out, I just can't put the blame on the player for the owner not reining him in. I guess if it's causing a distraction from other players.
Yeah.
Because at some point you guys just gotta be like, it's my franchise. Look, if you're gonna be this way, it's just the way it is.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna shelf that topic. We're gonna transition to some football after the break. So we're gonna touch on Andrew Luck and him being listed on the PUP list for the Indianapolis Colts. Find out what that means and what we think about that when we come back from the break. Remember, wait about 20 to 30 seconds. Refresh the page, and the live link will be back up there for you all to tune into. It's KBR Sports, y'all.